Hi y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jupiter James and this is Astro Motivation, where I awaken the astrologer within you and aim to give you a little inspiration and motivation per your unique placement within your birth chart. You know, I really do feel that before time of iPhones and iPads and I this and I that, we were a culture and a society that were better able to look up at the stars and understand exactly where our dreams were and how to get them. And so if that sounds good to you, let's go ahead and get into it. Today we're going to get into a very interesting topic, and that is tracing the planets within the angles of astrology. And this is going to be a little series that I created. I'm going to go through every important angle within your birth chart to show you the very important aspects and the very important analyses that come up through those angles and the planets that will conjunct those angles or be close to the angles, because it is highly important. It shows so much information as to how your life will be flavored when certain planets are close to an angle. Okay, so the first angle we are going to get into in this series is going to be the ascendant line. Okay, and so the ascendant line is that first line right in the middle of your first house and your 12th house if you are looking at whole sign astrology, okay, or whole sign houses. But this line never changes. This line will always be the first line, the first bold line that you see on your birth chart, okay? And this line is how others see you, okay? This is also, in my humble opinion, how the ascendant also dictates your life. So does the rising sign and things of that nature. And so the planets that are close to this line will dictate the personality of a person. It will also be an aspect of how this person's life will be flavored. And of course, this will also highly dictate how others see you. And so if that sounds interesting to you, let's go ahead and consider the planets that will be close to this angle. So now how this video is going to work is that I'm going to go ahead and show you whether it is through the sign or through the planets, what you could surmise from or dictate what the, what the meanings of those are, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. If you have, let's say, Aries or Mars ruled signs on your ascendant, right? If you have Mars 15 degrees in the ascendant or even Mars in the first house, this is going to be for you an angle or a point with the Mars in your first house or close to that angle. It's going to show that this person is going to be highly independent. They're going to be someone that is very strong, very motivated, someone who carries themselves in a very strong and somewhat combative light. This person themselves may be quite athletic looking. You know, they will be someone that is highly motivated. I like to say people with Aries on the first house or Mars in the first house, because Mars and Aries rules the first house by, just that's what it is in astrology, is that your first house is originally ruled by Mars and Aries. And so if you have Mars here or Aries on the ascendant or conjunct that ascendant line, you are going to find that for you, this is going to be a good placement. This is going to be a good thing, and it's going to make for you to be a very self-motivated person. You're going to have very strong will in this life. You are going to be someone that gets up and goes after what you want. And sometimes, because other people in life have somewhat of a hesitation because they have other planets or other signs flavoring their ascendant, they might not have as such a strong potent will as you do, and so that will come off abrasive to others. You will be someone that is quite direct. You will be someone that goes and gets what you want. You won't consider others before you do what you do. Now again, I always say this will vary and change depending on of course where your Mars is coming from. So check where your Aries is in your birth chart if it's not in the first house, and if we are looking for just the Mars analysis, if you are looking at just the Mars analysis, the planet Mars in your first house, this will vary and change, right? Depending on if you have a different sign in that house, right? It always varies and changes. But just if we are considering Mars in the first house or Aries in the first house, or conjunct that line, your ascendant line, you're gonna find that you are gonna be someone who has quite a potent willpower. You're going to be quite strong, quite abrasive. You go after the things that you want in this life. You're going to be someone that's very strong-willed. You don't mind doing what needs to be done in order to get to where you want to be, because you have Mars in the first house. And like I said, this can come off as competitive to other people. This can come off to some people that you are very strong, you're very independent, you're going to have quite strong leadership skills. And most times it's not even going to be leadership for others, like that, because that's more sun. You know, that's more of a sun type of trait. When it comes to Mars, you're gonna be the leader in the type of way where people get out of your way and they're like, it's not like they want to follow you. They just are like, okay, I'm gonna let this person do what they need to do. I'm gonna get out of their way. That's the type of energy that you're gonna have, okay? So that is Mars conjunct that ascendant line, or in the first house, or Aries conjunct that ascendant in the first house, okay? So let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you have Mars or, you know, Aries in the first house, and if you are someone that is quite, you know, motivated in life. If you are someone that doesn't need coffee, like this is that type of person where they get up and they don't even need coffee because they're just like, they're ready to attack the day. They're ready to go after what they want. They're ready to go get what needs to be gotten, and they're going to be someone that is carrying themselves in a very strong warrior-like essence, okay? Let me know if this is you, all right? Also, with Mars in the first house, this is going to dictate a life for you that is going to require your effort. You are going to be someone that is going to have to initiate. Listen to me when I tell you, I'm encouraging you to initiate the things in your life. I always say that the way you solve the problems in your life are usually in the first house, because this dictates the life. Remember, it's not just the way people see you. It's not just, you know, a character trait or, you know, a physical trait on the body. It goes deeper than that. When you have planets in the first house, you will be someone that needs to conduct or satisfy the stars in a certain way in the manner that you conduct your life in, right? So if you have Mars in the first house and you are someone that is waiting for things to pop off, you are someone that is hoping someone opens a door for you, you are someone that waits for people to be attracted to you, and you like a person but you don't go up to them, that's not going to work. You're going to have to be someone with Mars in the first house. You'll find that nothing will happen in your life unless you go get it, okay? With Mars and Aries in the first house, you're going to have to initiate. You're going to have to open the door. You're going to have to barge through and make what needs to be done happen for you in your life, okay? So if that is the best advice I can give you with Mars in the first house, that it goes beyond the physical. Yes, you're gonna look strong. Yes, you're gonna look athletic. Yes, you're gonna be quite motivated. But your superpower is initiation. Your superpower is you in going after the things that you want, that you make things unfold, okay? So that is my best piece of advice and encouragement for you with this Mars on that ascendant line, or Aries in that ascendant line, okay? So yeah, I really do hope that helped you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. If you have Venus or Venus-ruled signs like Taurus or Libra in the first house, you are going to be someone that will carry an air about you that is very harmonious. You will want to be harmonious in your life, okay? And now the ascendant line goes far beyond just the physical. It goes into the route that your life is carried out in. I like to say that any planets in your first house are your key to this life. It's going to be how you are meant to solve the problems in your life, how you're going to be meant to run your life, because the ascendant line shows the path of your life. I like to say that the ascendant line is a lot like if the soul was a car, right? The car that your life would be going down would be this Venusian highway, right? And in order for you to get and navigate to your highest destiny, your highest calling, you are going to have to emit Venusian themes as someone with either Venus on that ascendant line, or Venus-ruled signs like Libra and Taurus in that first house, or on that ascendant line, okay? And so for you, what this means is that, yes, you are going to be quite beautiful. Yes, you are going to be quite attractive. Even if you don't feel you are conventionally attractive, this will make for someone that even their essence, their aura, who they are, their personality will be attractive. People will want to be around you and will be comforted by you. Just your essence, right? And so you may also feel this air as well, that every room you walk into, every interaction that you are in, you're gonna want it to be harmonious. You're never gonna wanna ruffle feathers. You're never gonna want to make things bad, right? And that's quite attractive energy. People feel that from you, that you're just such a sweet individual, that you are someone that is looking to be very even keel with people and keep things very peaceful and you don't want confrontation. This is the opposite of Mars. This is the opposite of Mars in the first house. Whereas Mars seeks out conflict, you seek out peace. You seek out harmony. You seek out, to level things out for others, okay? And now, if we consider this beyond the physical, right? Because of course you're going to be beautiful. Of course you're going to be quite attractive. The ascendant line, right, dictates the path of our life, as I mentioned before. And so my best advice and my best encouragement for you is to conduct your life in a manner that is built solely on comfort. The more comfortable you are, the more you seek to make things comfortable for others, the more you seek to beautify things, whether it is your appearance or a space you are in or the life route that you want to go down, the more you will be able to get your dreams to come true. Your life path will be run a little smoother, right? Like, so this, all you really have to do is just be a sweet, beautiful person in this life, and you will find that. And if you are this way with other people, if you are conducting this air of peace and harmony within any situation that you are in, you will find that your life is conducted more smoothly. You would think that that's a given, right? But some people within their energy, they are not. This is a given for you, right? Like, if you're a good person, good things will happen. For you, this is the model, right? And I know for you, that may sound obvious, because that is what we are all taught as children or as humans on the planet, but you would be surprised to know that that is not what everyone isn't so lucky. Some people have to create friction. Some people have to create, fights, or they have to stand up for themselves. They have to create conflict in order for their lives to run smoothly. For you, you just get to be harmonious, beautiful, peaceful. Keep that air about you wherever you go. Do your environments in that manner, and you will find that your life runs smoothly, okay? So that is my best advice for you. I would also encourage, when you have Venus conjunct that ascendant line, or in the first house, or Taurus Libra in that first house, you're gonna be someone that is also meant to seek relationships. You're also gonna be someone that at times, I know this could be very hard for you, right? But I also don't want you to fall into the territory of being a pushover or not standing for something, because sometimes it can be in your way of wanting to stay neutral, because that is a big trait with people with that first house Venus, right? That you're beautiful, you want to always keep things very harmonious, you want to be a peacemaker, you want to be the negotiator, you want to be the mediator. Be careful of straddling that fence, all right? Be careful of also being walked all over. Learn a little bit of your warrior spirit. And I even know that is counterintuitive to, your chart, just as people, me talking to you as a person, I'm just saying, be careful of not having a backbone, okay? Because know who to be harmonious with, all right? I don't want you to be taken advantage of, but just know that those moments are going to be rare. You're going to find that for the most part, as long as you are a sweet human being, as long as you are carrying an air of beauty and grace and harmony about you, and you are looking to make things stable within your life, you're going to find that your life runs smoothly, okay? So let me know if this resonates with you. Let me know if you have Venus or Venus ruled signs in your first house or conjunct that ascendant line, and let me know what signs your Venus is in, or let me know, what planets you have within your first house of Libra or Taurus in your first house, and I'll write back to you what you specifically could be experiencing with this energy, because things can vary and change. We're getting deeper into astrology, and so things aren't always going to be copy and paste. We're going to have to consider more of a wide scope of where we are considering these placements, okay? And so it is only when you tell me what you have in your chart that I can let you know a little bit more deeper layers of how your life will be run, or how people see you, and the best way for you to conduct your journey forward, okay? So I am wishing you all the best. I really do hope that this helped you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. If you have Sun or Leo conjunct that ascendant line, you are going to be someone that gets a lot of attention in this life, okay? You are also going to be someone that, if you have Sun in your first house or conjunct that ascendant line, or that is really close to that ascendant line, you are going to be someone that is expected to shine your personality, shine your light on the world. You are going to be someone that, whether you want it or not, attention is going to come to you by way of your personality, okay? People are really going to appreciate your personality. They're going to want to see you have fun. They're going to want to see you be creative out in the open, and you will get attention for that whether you want it or not, okay? You are also going to be somewhat of a natural born leader, all right? When you have Leo in the first house, or the Sun in the first house, there's going to be a regality about you, or a kingly, a queenliness about you when you have Sun ruled signs or the Sun in the first house. All right, this is going to make for someone who is really tapped into their willpower. Their personality is going to be out for others to see. It's going to be written all over your face, and you're also going to be someone that is expected to be somewhat of a leader, and people are going to want to follow you. You are going to be someone that is quite a trendsetter. You could be someone with Sun in the first house, or with Leo on the first house, who will have a very beautiful smile, you know, very big hair, like they say, right? You will shine like the rays of the sun, and you will be expected to use your personality to benefit others, to lead others, to show others how to do things, how to have fun. Now, this will vary and change depending on the signs that are in your first house that are outside of Leo, right? So if you are a Sun in the first house, if you have the planet Sun in the first house and you have a different sign, let me know what that sign is, because it can color it a little bit of a different way, all right? It may not be so positive. It may not be as more leadership. It'll maybe color it in a different way. So let me know what those are, and also let me know if this resonates with you. But Sun in the first house is very, very good energy. You know, who doesn't want a little bit of attention just off of general purpose? You are going to be someone that people just want to give you attention because you're you, right? And so, going beyond just the physical, because the ascendant line is the path of our life as well, right? It's not, this is why this is a different video from the rising sign, because this is also about the ascendant line and what is meeting those planets, or meeting that line. And you can have multiple planets meeting that line. And so when you have Sun or Leo in the first house, I am encouraging you that to run your life in a more productive and smooth manner, I want you to show who you are, show your personality, okay? Have fun, be someone that goes out and gathers a group around you, you know? Be someone that sets the tone wherever you are, because you'll find that when you are expressing the full totality of who you are, that is how your life will run smoothly. I promise you. They say, well, I really say that everything in your life can be solved by the planets that are in your first house, or that are conjunct that ascendant line, because this is the driver's seat. This is the gasoline that is in your car of life. You know, I like to say that the rising sign or the ascendant line is a lot like a car, right? Like, if you, let's just say your soul is a car, right? The car that you would be going down would be a sun-driven highway. Meaning that you, in this life, the universe is going to expect you to carry out Sun themes in your life, or Leo-like themes in your life. Meaning leadership, taking bold approaches, having fun, being creative, being that leader that everybody loves, having fun, spreading joy is going to be something very expected of you. And you will find that every problem in your life can be solved by you showing who you are. Okay, so think of a problem in your life that you're thinking about right now. Just think of a problem and ask yourself, Have I given this problem the full totality of who I am? Have I stepped out there and let people know what I think? Have I stepped out there and showed the world who I am? Because it'll be by you doing that that you get the things that you want in your life, okay? Irregardless of what is in your chart, I promise you, it overrides it. Whatever's in your chart, you know, I don't care what you have, whatever else is going on, that first house shows you how to get rid of it, how to solve it, how to get through it. All right, and it is when you do those things in the first house that it runs smoother. All right, and so I'm encouraging you to be yourself, to have fun, go out, play, you know, be bold, be a leader, be yourself. Okay, so let me know what you have in your first house, all right, or conjunct your ascendant line, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing, because like I said, we are diving deeper into astrology here, and so these concepts are not going to be so copy paste. They're not going to be so, you know, this isn't just a one size fits all type of concept. This is the ascendant line, and so you may have 3, 4, 5, 6 planets within what I'm talking about, and this will color that appropriately, right? You may have the sun in the first house, and you may have it in a different sign outside of Leo. So let me know what that sign is, and I will let you know what you could be experiencing and how you should run your life and how others see you as well, because that is how this will be colored, okay? It'll be colored quite differently, okay? But yeah, I really do hope that this helped you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. If you have Saturn or Saturn ruled signs conjunct your ascendant or in your first house, like Capricorn or Aquarius, you are going to be someone that is given quite a testy life. You know, with Sun conjunct that ascendant, or Capricorn or Aquarius on the first house, you are going to live a very karmic life, okay? The tone of your life is going to be quite serious. You're going to find that, you know, for you, life is a karmic test, okay? And this isn't bad, because this makes for someone who is meant to be in positions of authority. You will be someone that is expected to be someone that manages groups, someone that is meant to be a leader, but in the managerial sense, in a more serious tone. And this is like a very, very, very karmic placement. It really is. It will seem at times that you just can't catch a break, but know that this is all serving in your ascension within this life, especially to be someone who at the end of your life or in a well-seasoned age, you will be someone who is quite mature. You will be someone who's quite wise. You will have the best advice ever, okay? This is what this will show. This is what I like to call like the sages. You know, you will be like a sage. You will be quite wise, quite mature, even at an earlier age. You will be someone, of course, if we get into the physical appearance of things, you will be someone who has somewhat of a bony appearance, someone who I've seen, you know, very skinny, very tall, very lanky even, or the structure of your face will be very serious. You will have a very serious outlook. People will see you as someone that's very serious. You will be someone that people are cracking jokes and you'll be at the table like, you know, this is that type of tone where it's just, life is going to be colored a little bit more seriously for you, okay? And I don't want you to take this as something that is bad, because like I said, it'll be by the things that happen to you and the test that you are put through and the work that will be a part of your life. There will be a lot of hard work in your life. You're going to find that it makes you such a salt of the earth. It makes you someone who is so wise, someone who is able to lead groups and make an impact as far as leading and managing groups of people and knowing what needs to be done in order for us to live out a better day, okay? And so again, these things are going to vary and change. We're getting deeper into astrology with this, and so this is going to vary and change. This is not going to be a one size fits all. We are talking about planets that conjunct your ascendant line with this type of concept here. And so with this, you could have, you know, a different sign that is in your first house that may give this Saturn a little bit more of a bubblier approach, right? So let me know what sign you have in your first house if you have Saturn in the first house or conjunct your ascendant line, right? And then as well with this concept, you can have multiple planets within your first house or conjunct that ascendant, which could also flavor the scope of your life in a very different manner. So let me know what those are. And so now that we're on the subject, this goes beyond within your life as far as what happens to you. It goes well far beyond that, okay? And so with this, the ascendant line also dictates how we should run our lives, right? I always say if you want to solve the problems in your life, you look to the first house planets or the rising sign or the planets that are in your first house. These are the keys to your journey in life, and this is what you should be emitting out in life. I promise you, it will trump any other placement within your chart. Whatever other phenomena is being, whatever other phenomena that is playing out by way of the energies within your chart, in order to solve them, all you got to do is look to that first house. All you got to do is do the energies, display the characteristics of that first house. And so for you, with Saturn, where Saturn ruled signs in your first house, right? Like Aquarius or Capricorn, you are supposed to be someone that takes your life seriously, okay? Dedicate yourself, be hardworking. If you are someone that is allowing these karmic things to come to you and you are not applying effort and hard work and taking a serious tone to rectifying the problems in your life, you're not being someone that is very dedicated to figuring out the karmic loops that you are in. If you are someone that is not just waiting and just saying, oh, it'll get better. Okay, yes, I know I'm going through a hard life, but yes, I know my life is, riddled with hard work, but no. Approach life in a very serious manner. Be someone that is of a very wise sense, a wise presence of yourself. Be someone that has a mature way and perspective of going about your life, and you will find that your life runs smoother. Okay, it is not, we should never just be victims to our placements. This is what I'm saying. You should take ownership, take your mantle, take up the powers that are in your first house or in your ascendant or the planets that are in your first house and say, these are my tools. These are my paintbrush. This is the gasoline that I'm supposed to emit out in life. And you'll find that the more you do that, the universe claps for you and allows things to be a bit easier for you. You will find that when you do get up at a certain time, when you do dedicate yourself to solving a problem or unwinding the loop of karma that is coming towards you and trying to fix those patterns in your life, you're gonna find that your life runs smoother, okay? That the hard work that you are under, the serious tone that you are in will dissipate. It won't be as hard. It won't be as serious if you just wake up and do what you gotta do, right? If you just wake up and dedicate yourself to that hard work, you'll find that, oh, okay, actually, it's not that hard. Actually, it's not that hard work, okay? So try that and let me know if that works for you, okay? And also let me know what planets you have that are conjunct your Saturn in the first house. Let me know what you, what else? What sign is in your first house? Let me know. And if you have any other planets that are in that first house, also let me know, because that can vary and change the degree of how this analysis goes, okay? So I really do hope that this helped you. I'm wishing you all the best, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. If you have Uranus or Uranus-ruled plant signs like Aquarius, you are going to find that for you, your life is going to be very unique, okay? You are going to be very unique. The appearance in which you uphold in life is going to be very unique, okay? The way that your life is run, the path of your life is going to differ from the people around you, and you're just gonna have to own that. You're gonna have to realize that it's gonna look different from your friends. The path of your life is gonna look different from your parents. It's gonna look different from your family. It's gonna look different from your brother. It's gonna look different from, the people in your neighborhood. Your path of life and the way you run it is going to be very different. For example, these are the people who may have grown up in a household who, when they have Uranus conjunct that ascendant, that is close to that ascendant line, or Uranus ruled signs in that first house, you are gonna find that for you, you could be someone that grew up in a household where they taught you go to school, you get good grades, after you get good grades, you go to college, and we're gonna get into the best colleges. Everyone in our family has gone to a great college, right? And you will come from a lineage of scholars who all did that specific route to success, right? But for you, you will probably be someone where, for whatever reason, college is not a desire for you. College is something that was not easily attainable for you, right? The situations in your life will make it to where, for some reason, you thwart that plan that is different from the people around you, okay? And we can take that analogy and spin it and dress it into whatever other ways that will fit your scenario, whereas where the people around you fit into some certain construct as the way their life is run and conducted. You know, either they're getting married by the age of 30, or everyone in your neighborhood mows the hedges. The path of your life is going to be different. And the more you own this, the more you just say, you know what? College is good for y'all, but college ain't good for me. You'll probably find that you become more successful than those that went to college. You see, because your life is meant to look different. You are going to, not only is your path of life going to be different, right? The trajectory of your life is going to be different. You're gonna find that for you, you look different, right? Like you move different. Like the way you move, the way you carry your life out, the way you carry your schedules and routines out are just going to simply be very different, okay? So, with that being said, let me know if this is resonating with you so far. Let me know if this is something that you witnessed in your life or have felt this phenomena take place in your life, okay? Because this is definitely gonna be someone who is quite rebellious. You are not gonna like constructs or social constructs. You are gonna be someone who does not like rules, does not like boundaries. You're gonna wanna feel very limitless. You're gonna wanna feel like you can do what you want. You know, I know someone who, he is a good, you know, yeah. I don't know if I should say it or not, because I hope he doesn't watch. But I have a friend who, from the outside looking in, he fits into society, but he has this really bad problem of being like a klepto, right? Like he's a klepto. And when I ask him, why do you do this? Like it's not like he needs to steal. He doesn't need to steal. He comes from a very good family, right? But he takes things because he feels like he is not himself unless he is breaking outside of that matrix or doing something that is, I wouldn't say frowned upon, but doing something you shouldn't quite do. This is what I'm saying about when you have Aquarius or Uranus in that first house or conjunct that ascendant line, you are going to want to rebel in some way, shape, or form. You're going to want to live on the edge. You're going to want to shake the room in some respect, right? When you have this very rebellious planet or rebellious sign in your first house, whether it be in your appearance, the path of your life, what you enjoy, what you like, what you partake in, you're going to want to emit this energy of Uranian qualities within your person, within who you are. So that is what will be seen when you have Uranus conjunct that ascendant line or in your first house, okay? And so also, these things can vary and change depending on the sign that is in your first house. It can change the effects of that Uranus in your first or conjunct your ascendant. So let me know what your first house is and what that sign is for you. And I will let you know how that will be colored and how the path of your life will look with that specific sign there. Also, same goes for the planets in the first house. You know, the planets in the first house are going to also color how that Uranus will be playing out in your life, right? You may have to incorporate different themes of those other planets into your rebellious nature, or, you know, or the other way around, right? So this is what this will show with this energy. Now, this goes far beyond just the physical appearance and how you will feel, right, with this ascendant line. The ascendant line is the key to your existence. It is the key to the path of your life. It is the tone in which your life will be shaped around, right? And so I'm encouraging you, when you have Uranus in the first, or Uranus conjunct the ascendant, or Aquarius in the first, or Uranus or Aquarius as your rising, to be someone that, in order to allow your life to be run smoothly, in order to solve any problem in your life, I want you to be a rebel. I want you to take up your individuality. I want, if others are wearing red, I want you to intentionally wear purple. I want you to be that person that is showing the room, the group, other people a better new way, because you are meant to be the intellectual trendsetter. You are meant to be doing something, moving in a way that is outside of the norm, so that we look at you and go, wow, I never thought of it like that. Wow, I never saw it like that. Wow, that's quite, now that I think about it, that is a better way to do that. Wow, that actually does look cool. You see what I'm saying? And the more you do that, the more you will find that your life runs smoothly. So it goes far beyond, the ascendant goes far beyond, the ascendant line goes way far beyond just the physical appearance. It goes far beyond how others see you and how you may feel. This is also the keys to how our lives, and what if we did what was in our first house, our lives would be conducted in a more conducive and productive manner. So take up those powers in your first house. Ask yourself, every situation in your life is going to require you to come at things from a very unique perspective, a different angle, to use your intellectual properties to find a way to get through, all right? Whether it be in your person, your personality, or the way you handle things, all right? Handle them in a very Uranian way, and you'll find that things go smoothly for you, all right? So I really do hope that this helped you. I really do hope that this gave you some insight and some perspective into what is going on with your Uranus or your Aquarius in the first house, okay? Again, let me know what your placements are, and I will let you know what you personally can be experiencing. But I am wishing you all the best. I'm wishing you a lifetime of individuality and rebelliousness, and I will be seeing you on the next video. Bye. If you have moon or moon ruled signs like Cancer in the first house, or conjunct your ascendant line in your birth chart, you are going to be someone in this life who is dealing in the world of emotions, of care, of nurture. You are going to be the universe's sit-in therapist. You are going to be people's sit-in therapist. You're going to be humanity's sit-in therapist, okay? You are going to be those people that, you could go to therapy and become the therapist. This is what this will show when you have moon energy in the first house. You are going to feel like home to others. People are going to feel very comfortable around you. You are going to be able to disarm people with your aura, with who you are, right? You're going to be very disarming, and not in a bad way, in a very comfortable way, right? Where people just feel like they can put down their sword around you. They can really just be who they are in front of you. You're going to be that earth mother, if that makes sense. Whether you are a man or a woman, you are going to have that very mothering energy, very mothering archetype. Even if you are not someone that is quite nurturing, your aura is going to feel comfortable to other people, okay? And quite healing as well. You're going to be someone that is quite healing in your energy. Now, others, how they see you, this is how they feel about you. And I always say, with moon conjunct that ascendant, with moon conjunct that ascendant, or Cancer in that first house, for you, it's not so much of a look, because I've seen the looks vary within my Cancer risings. I mean, I have, the common trait, of course, is that you will look a lot like your mother. You will be someone that takes the personality of your mother, or that you will have very similar traits to the mother. The eyes will be very glassy. You will be someone that also has very milky clear skin. You will also be someone that may have round chubby cheeks, right? But even outside of that, I like to say the magical thing about the moon in the first house, or moon in or Cancer in the ascendant, will be that for you are more of a feeling. It's how people feel around you more than your look. Because like I said, I've seen different looks within my Cancer risings, or people with moon in the first house. And of course, when you have moon in the first house, you can be colored differently when you have a different sign in that first house, right? So that's why I'm really trying within this series and within this video to hit the nail on the head for all of the scenarios, right? So if you have moon in the first house or conjunct that ascendant, you will be someone who there is a feeling about you, okay? There's going to be a feeling that people get more than they do a look about you. And the feeling is that you will be healing and you will be comfortable to others, right? And this is even so when you have Cancer as your rising sign or in your first house, right? Now, what I also will say, when you have moon in the first house and when you have Cancer in the first house, is that you are going to be someone that also your moods and how you feel, your willpower is going to change like a light. You will wake up one day and want to run a mile, and the next day you just want to sit in the bed and cry. Right? You are going to be someone that's motivated one month, and then the next month you just want to eat Cheetos and watch Netflix and cry. You know, it's going to go up and down because the moon is the quickest luminary in our sky, and you're going to find that you're going to be very connected to the phases of the moon. So what I would encourage for you is to, you know, just like a woman has, what do they call for women when they call it PMSing, you know, when they are going through their menstrual cycle, it affects their moods. Even if you are a man, you're gonna have a little bit of a period. You're gonna be someone that, according to the moon, every month there's gonna be a phase that you go through where your mood is going to affect your willpower, where you're gonna just feel like, okay, I don't wanna go out and run today. I don't wanna eat healthy. I'm in a bad mood. I just need to stay in the house and I just need to cry. That's how you're gonna feel with this energy, okay? So mind that. Do not fight that, is what I'm saying, okay? Because it is when you fight that you'll find that if you just would have honored it, the emotions would have dissipated and you would have gained the energy to go out and do what you needed to do. Whereas if you're fighting it, if you're stuffing it down, if you're not honoring those emotions, you're gonna be someone that when the crash happens, it's gonna happen for a longer period of time. So that's my best advice for you when you have moon in the first house or Cancer as your rising sign or in the first house, okay? Also, with this moon in the first house, be very careful of energetic vampires. Be very careful of people who want to just siphon your energy, or people, places, things, agendas, companies who really just want you to support them, but they don't want to give you support, okay? Be very careful of that, all right? Be very, very careful of that, because you have moon in that first house, and opposite to that is Libra, and so there's going to be a non-equal exchange there, so you're going to have to be careful of that. You're going to have to be aware of that, all right? Also, this ascendant line that we are talking about goes well beyond and far beyond just the physical, right? It goes well beyond and far beyond how people see us and how we feel on the inside, although I gave you some very important wisdoms and insights with that. With this energy of the ascendant line, as we move deeper into astrology, this is the path of our life, okay? So your life is going to be colored by you honoring your emotions. You're gonna find that the way you are able to solve every problem in your life is to honor your emotions, is to be someone that takes a mothering and nurturing approach in your life. The more you uphold that energy, the more you attack problems from that angle of the nurturer, the emotional person, the person that is following their gut, their instinct, the more you will solve the problems in your life. So let's take, for example, if you are ever in a rough spot in your life, or you are ever at a crossroads in your life, or you don't know what to do, or if there's a problem happening, I want you to close your eyes and I really want you to ask yourself, what should I do? If the situation that you are around feels off, if the person that you are talking to feels off or it feels wrong, honor that emotion and go the other way, all right? Let your emotion dictate. Let your inner guidance guide you, because you are going to be highly intuitive with this, okay? You're going to be someone that is highly intuitive, almost psychic, when you have moon in the first house or Cancer as your first house sign or rising, okay, or conjunct that ascendant line, all right? So that is my best advice that I can give to you. Honor your emotions, follow your emotions, lead with your emotions, be someone that nurtures and helps others, be there to assist others with something that you have inside, and you will find that everything in your life will be solved, or the specific problems that you are having can be solved by attacking it from that angle, from that manner. Okay, so let me know if this resonates with you, and then also let me know what sign is in your first house if it is not Cancer. Also let me know what planets are conjunct your moon in that first house, because that can also color how your life will be conducted, where you will be going in life, and what the tone of your life will be striking, okay? So that was the video. I really do hope that that helped you, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. If you have Mercury conjunct your ascendant line, or Mercury ruled signs like Gemini or Virgo in the first house, you are going to be someone in this life who is seen as someone who is very cerebral. Okay, you're going to be quite in the mind and in the head. You are going to be expected to speak. People will probably know you more for what you say than what you look like, to be honest with you. And your appearance, of course, will be quite youthful. You will, no matter what age you look like, will have a somewhat of a youthful appearance to you. You will be a little bit on the shorter side, but this can vary and change depending on the signs and placements that are in your first house or in your chart. But generally speaking, you will be someone who looks quite youthful. You will be quite active. OMG, you are going to be the most whizzy around person on the planet, because Gemini is busy. It is akin to Hermes, right? Or yeah, Hermes, the messenger god with the winged shoe, god. Remember, the winged shoe god was the one that was always fluttering around, scribing things, right? He was fluttering around, and then before you know it, he was gone. He was off to something else. That is you, right? You're always gonna be fluttering around, taking in information, then it's like, all right, gotta go. You are also going to be someone, when you have Gemini ruled signs, Mercury ruled signs, or Gemini and Virgo in the first house, that you're going to be someone that is also quite social. Now, Virgo, not so much if you have in the first house, but I will say you will be social in the sense where you will want to be very helpful, my Virgo people who have first house there, right? But for those with Mercury in the first house or Gemini, you're going to be quite social. You're going to be someone who's expected to be quite social, especially from the universe. The universe has put this energy in your first house because you are meant to take on an air of sociability of some kind. You are not meant to be shy. You're meant to be dibbling and dabbling with others. Remember, you're the winged shoe god. You're the one that's meant to be fluttering around, taking in information and moving on to the next, right? Now, also, communication is going to be key for you. This is not the planet or the placement for you if you are shy and think that you are going to be able to run your life smoothly without opening your mouth. No way, no how. If you think that you are not meant to offer your guidance, offer some type of insight, speak and say what's on your mind in this life, no. You need to say what's what. Like right now, you could be talking at the screen. That's how, and if you are talking at the screen right now and whispering to yourself, that's how I know you are aligned with your placements, okay? Because you are gonna be someone who needs to say what's what. You're gonna need to communicate. You're gonna need to use your throat chakra. You're gonna need to be doing that. And you're also gonna be equally very busy in life. Oh my God, you're gonna be so busy. You are going to make a person that is a type A personality look like they are a lazy bum, because you are gonna be someone who is quite busy in this life, okay? And information is going to be something that is quite important to you, especially when you have Mercury in the first house, all right? Now, what else can I surmise from this? Now, also, this is a deeper aspect of astrology, so going beyond just the physical appearance of what you look like, because this ascendant line, although it does categorize how you look, this is also, believe it or not, how you are supposed to run your life. I always say, if you ever want to solve the problems of your life, you look to that first house and the planets within that first house, or the planets that are conjunct that ascendant line. And it'll be by you emitting those qualities of those planets within your first house that you find that everything else in your life runs smoother, because that is what the universe wants you to be. That is what the universe is expecting you to emit out in life, all right? So if you, like I said, if you are someone with this Mercury in the first house and you think you can be quiet and think you're gonna get things solved, no sir, no ma'am. That's not how it's gonna be for you. You're gonna have to speak. You're gonna have to delegate. You're gonna have to be someone that talks. Now, this could always vary and change depending on the sign that your Mercury is in, right? Because this could be, you could have Mercury in the first house or Mercury conjunct that ascendant, and it be in a completely debilitating sign, and that will change also the trajectory of your life and the path of your life. But if we are just speaking on Mercury in the first house, or Mercury ruled signs like Gemini and Virgo in the first house, you are going, the path of your life is to be someone who is busy, who is communicating, who is speaking, who is taking in information, relaying information, and that is how you're going to get your life to run smoothly. Okay, so any problem in your life, I want you to think and ask yourself, am I being busy? Am I relaying information? Am I using my voice? Am I saying what's what? Am I communicating effectively enough? And if you are not doing one of the 5 of those things in your life, try one of 5 of those things in your life, and you will find that your life runs smoother. For my Virgo risers, because this is a little bit more of a different tone that will strike Virgo risers, or people with Virgo in the first, or Virgo in that ascendant, you are someone that has to do those 5 things, and you have to be someone who is productive, who is efficient, who is taking care of your health, and who is also of service to other people. All right, ask yourself at all times, am I doing this in an efficient way? Am I being very productive at this? Is there a more efficient way that I could do this? All right, and you will, can I help someone else be as productive as I am? And if the answer is no, try to approach that problem in your life from that manner, and you will find that your life runs smoother, that you solve the problems in your life. Okay, so let me know if this resonates with you guys. Let me know if this is something that was helpful for you, and also let me know what is conjunct your specific planets within that first house. All right, because you could have multiple planets in that first house or a different sign on that first house, and I want to know what those combinations are for you guys, so that I can write back to you as to tell you how your life will be run and what you should do to best serve the ascension of your life and your karmic journey that you are on. Okay, so I am wishing you all the best, and I will see you on the next video. Bye. If you have Pluto or Pluto ruled signs like Scorpio in the first house, you are going to be someone with Pluto conjunct that ascendant that is someone that has a great degree of control and power. You are going to emit a very intense aura about you, all right? And some people will enjoy this and some people won't. All right, you will be quite abrasive. You will be someone that is not out to present yourself in a shallow manner, and you will also not like shallow people. You will not like to be a part of shallow situations. You will be someone who only wants to cultivate relationships, be around people, present yourself in a very deep manner. Okay, you want to get to the underbelly of everything. You want to get down to the nitty gritty of everything. You want to peel back the layers and see what's under the hood in every situation. And you are going to be a symbol of that. You are going to want to, propagate that in life as far as it goes. And you're also going to be someone who wants to have a great degree of control. Okay, so this could be for good or for bad at times, where it's like you either want too much control over a situation, or you don't want to loosen up control of certain things. This is what this is going to be. Now, when you have Pluto in the first house, you are going to go through a great deal of transformation in your life. Okay, you're going to go through a great deal of, and it's going to be highly karmic. A lot of the situations that you go through are going to be very highly karmic in this life. You are going to be almost like on a karmic expressway, so to speak. You're going to be on karma times 1,000 in this life, where you just feel like things just happen one after the other. And it's always these like sudden occurrences, but all of these very traumatic things that happen to you are also always going to serve as a catalyst for you to become wiser in this life. The transformations that you go through are going to, within those transformations, are going to give you a nugget of wisdom from the universe. They're going to give you the wisdom needed in order to carry in on your journey. And this is what is going to make you someone that sees through the veil a little bit deeper. So it's funny, it's almost like I wouldn't say a self-fulfilling prophecy, but it definitely is a perpetuality to it, right? That by these things that happen to you, they do two things. It will be the catalyst to why you are able to see into things so deeply, and then it is also the reason why you want to only carry yourself in a very serious manner and have control of things, because you know that at any moment something can go wrong, or something is going to happen, or that person may be out to get you or doesn't have your best intentions. It's going to be something, it's going to be a quite intense experience for you. It really is, and it can be quite a magical experience depending on how you approach it and how you navigate it. Also, this can vary and change depending on what sign your Pluto is in the first house. It can make these things, what I'm saying, it can make it even deeper, even more intense, or it can make it a little bit more bubblier, right? You could be very intense in a very different fashion when you have it in a different sign. So I won't know what that is until you let me know what that sign is on your first house. So let me know in the comments what sign your Pluto is in the first house, and I will let you know how that will be colored for you. Now, when it comes to your appearance, like I said, for you, this is almost a lot like the moon energy, where it's not going to be so much of an appearance that you're going to have, but it's going to be more of an aura, an energy. And your energy is going to be quite penetrating. You are going to be someone that is quite strong in your aura, there's going to be an essence of control about you, and there's going to be an intense aura around you. Some people are going to gravitate to that, and some people are just going to be like, that's too much, I can't do that. Like, I can't. Like, that's what that's going to be for you, okay? And so yeah, it's going to be a feeling for sure. But I do know, again, like I said, you're going to have an aura, a very powerful presence about you, okay? And you're going to be quite wise, quite deep. If people were to ask you for advice in certain situations, you would be the perfect person to go to, okay? Because you are able to, like I say, peel back the layers, because you've been there. You've seen what's behind the scenes of life and the universe. And so who better than to ask you for advice or for what you think, all right? So this is what that will show. Now let me know what planets are conjunct your Pluto in the first house or on that ascendant. Let me know what sign your Pluto is in, all right? Or just let me know what sign you have. If you have, Scorpio in the first house, let me know what planets that are in that first house, all right? Or if you have any, and I will let you know the path of your life and how that is going to be colored for you. Because like I said, no matter what it is, when you have this Pluto energy in your first house or conjunct that ascendant, you are in store for very, very much transformation in your life. From year to year, decade to decade, day to day, month to month, you are going to be someone different. You're going to know things different. You're going to carry yourself different. Your appearance may change over the course of your life. And also with the ascendant sign, right? Or the planets that are conjunct that ascendant, you are going to be someone that within this life needs to always be looking behind the layers of things, okay? You're always meant to be someone who is emitting your power over things. Expressing your inherent power is going to be very important in this life, okay? And I do know that that may be very hard for you, because sometimes you may be afraid of the repercussions of that, right? You may be feeling, or you may have a fear of, oh, if I do show my power, then that means I'm going to be alone. I'm going to be by myself, or people are going to be scared of me. But it is really when you carry yourself in this transformative light that your life will be conducted in a more productive manner, okay? Always try to see and ask yourself why. Asking yourself why will be your superpower in this life, okay? Always ask yourself why. Why did that person do that? What is the universe trying to teach me? What can be gained from that? Asking yourself those type of questions in life will give you the answers needed in order to solve the problem, okay? So that is how you should conduct your life with this Pluto energy in your first house. Because remember, the ascendant line shows us how we are meant to conduct our lives. I say whatever, if you ever want to solve the problems in your life, you look to the sign and the planets that are in your first house or conjunct that ascendant line, okay? So I really, really do hope that this helped you, and I will see you on the next video, all right? Bye. If you have Jupiter or Jupiter ruled signs like Sagittarius or Pisces in the first house or conjunct your ascendant line, you are going to be someone who is a natural born teacher, a natural born scholar. You are going to be someone that is expected in this life to be someone who is jovial, who is positive, who is, by way of example, you are teaching others, right? This doesn't even have to be within the words that you say, but more so in your actions. Your actions are going to be quite inspiring to others. The path of your life, right? These are the people who you ask them how they got to where they got in life, and if you listen to them, you'll go, wow, that is so inspiring. Or if you are someone who lives with someone who has Jupiter in their first house, or Sagittarius, or even Pisces in their first house, you'll go, wow, like, that's possible? Whoa, like, their life is very inspiring, right? And even within that inspiration, that person is gaining knowledge from the path that you have charted on, right? That you have embarked on in this life. So you will be a natural born teacher. Even if it's something that you are not speaking of, your actions will be very inspiring and very, they will teach others. They really will be. And so with this Jupiter in the first house, not only will you be a natural born teacher, but you will also be somewhat of a leader as well when you have Jupiter conjunct that ascendant, all right? What else? I would say that with this placement, there will also be an air of faith that you are going to have to strike in your life, an air of spirituality that you are going to have to strike in your life, because remember, Sagittarius and Pisces have airs and qualities of spirituality and teaching the spirituality that they know. You will be the same way. Now, whatever, let's just say you don't have Sagittarius or Pisces in your first house and you just have Jupiter there. You will be magnifying the energy of whatever sign you have in your first house. You will be magnifying that quality, and you will also bring a spiritual essence to that quality that is in your first house sign. Again, that is, you're able to like bring the wisdom to whatever you speak about. You're able to bring that spiritual quality, that spiritual guru to whatever sign is in your first house, okay? And it will also magnify that. You will also be someone that's quite jolly. Now, when it comes to the appearance of yourself, right, or how others see you, people will see you as a teacher, people will see you as someone that is a natural born leader, but you may have a very strong body, a very strong appearance. It could be leaning into the athletic, especially when you got Sagittarius there, but more so big. You're going to be, I would say, stocky and strong. You know, it just reminds me of like a horse at times. And if not, you are going to definitely just be a very jovial presence, very funny, very good to be around. People, you'll find that people giggle around you. You know, even if you're not saying anything funny, people giggle. It's like people just, look, I'm laughing right now. You see, like, it's just people want to giggle around you when you have Jupiter in that first house, all right? You are also going to be someone, listen to me when I tell you this, okay? When you have Jupiter in your first house or conjunct your ascendant, you are going to be quite lucky in this life. I don't know why I'm whispering, but I just feel I need to. You are going to be someone who's quite lucky. There is nothing you cannot do in this life by way of your initiation. It is when you initiate, or when you go after the goal or dream or vision in your mind, that things will manifest in your favor in this life, but it first requires you to go after it. Remember, the original ruler of the first house is Aries. Aries is all about action. It's about initiation. It's about showing up for the task, putting yourself out there in the world, right? That's what the first house is. And when you have Jupiter here, it shows that you are someone almost like a cat with 9 lives. You will always land on your feet, but you have to go after it first. You have to do the thing first, right? And that is kind of the biggest lesson I have for Pisces and even Sagittarius. It's one and the same. You will be quite lucky in this life. And that is why, listen, that is why when you tell people how you've done what you've done in your life, that is why it'll be inspiring, because it'll almost have this air of impossibility to it. Like, wow, you did all that and you came out okay? Wait, wow, you did that and that's what you discovered, and whoa, you did what? You see? And so that is why, it's because you've been blessed in this life to almost be kind of like a co-creator with the universe when you have Jupiter in the first. So, but it is all by way of you initiating, by you going on the journey, by you embarking on the task, by you taking up your strong leadership skills and your willpower and your motivation. That is where the luck is coming in. That is where the catalyst to draw in those manifestation powers to be, to be pulled down for you, okay? It's in your actions, okay? And it'll be through your actions that you have a beautiful story to tell and that you'll want to teach people and let people know what you've discovered and let people all know about the wisdoms of life and things of that nature. You will be a symbol of that. You will be that person, okay? And now whatever sign your Jupiter is in will color that in that way. It'll set the tone in a different way within the scope of your life or the path of your life as well. So let me know what sign your Jupiter is in if it's not in Pisces or Sagittarius. And if you do have Sagittarius or Pisces in your first house, let me know what planets are in your first house. And that will also dictate a different tone, a different flavor in which your life will be run, in the manner it will be run, okay? Because we are moving into a bit of a deeper sect of astrology, and these concepts are not gonna be so copy and paste because this is gonna widen the scope a little bit. You know, we could have multiple planets in the first house, and that's gonna widen and vary the tone of life, right? That's gonna do that, you know. It's gonna change it, is what I'm saying. Now, my biggest advice, first I want you to go ahead and let me know what those placements are and what those combinations are for you. But my biggest advice when you have Jupiter in the first house, because like I said, we're moving into a deeper sect of astrology. And now this ascendant line is not so vain as what you look like. It's not. In actuality, this is also the path of life. Okay, this is the path of your life. So yes, people will see you as a natural born teacher, but what about from you, from the driver's seat? How does that feel? What is needed to be done? What is required of you in this life? And the universe is saying that through faith, through optimism, and through positivity, you will be abundant. And so if you want to, I always like to say, if you want to solve the problems of your life, you look to the first house. You look to the first house sign and you look to the first house planets, and you will find the keys to all the problems in your life. It doesn't matter what phenomena, I don't care what karma, I don't care what placement, I don't care what combinations, I don't care what aspects you have in your chart. The key to your destiny, the key to the problems in your life are you doing Jupiterian themes in your life, okay? So it'll be by you teaching others, inspiring others, moving after your life and chasing your dreams in a positive, faithful manner that you get these things to come true. So with faith, optimism, a little bit of action, and some belief, there is nothing you cannot have, okay? There is no problem you cannot solve. So try it. I want you to close your eyes and really ask yourself, in those moments where my faith wavered, in those moments where I wasn't quite positive, did things go well for me? In the times where I was positive and I was in a good mood and my faith was at an all-time high and I went after that thing as if nothing wrong was gonna happen, I found that I landed on my feet. You see? So this is what that Jupiter in the first house or Jupiter on the ascendant is going to give, all right? And so the more you conduct your life in this manner and coming from that angle and attacking your problems and conducting your life from that way, you will find that your life runs smoother, okay? So I am wishing you all the best. Let me know what your combinations are. Continue to be your jolly, expressive, teachable self, and I will see you on the next video, all right? Bye. If you have Neptune or Neptune rule signs like Pisces in the first house or Neptune conjunct your ascendant, you are going to be someone in this life who may feel a little lost. Sometimes your life can feel like one big fever dream. Sometimes you could feel like you were going in one direction and thought you were going in that direction, and all of a sudden you were like, wait, that's not what I wanted to do. What came over me? What came over me that I thought that was a good idea to go that way? Sometimes you may feel that the route of your life and your willpower is tied up in a very illusory way. Sometimes the route of your life, there are some blindfolds put over you and you just don't know why. You can't see. Like when people ask you, what do you want to do in your life? You're just like, I don't even know what I want to do right now. Like that is what it can be for you at times, okay? You are also going to be someone, when you have Neptune in the first house, that others are going to put who they are on you. You know how that saying of others don't see you as you are, they see you as they are, that couldn't be more true for you in your life. All right, you're going to run into people that, depending on where they are in their lives, they're going to perceive what they want to perceive of you, and it's not even going to be who you are. And so you may find that you are always having this test of really trying to show people, no, this is who I am and this is what my dreams are, because people are going to want to put their dreams onto you. They're going to want to make you do things they want you to do, or they're going to want to try to put you into a role or into a costume of what they feel you should be when you are not that person. Now, this can work in your favor at times. At times, depending on what you want, you could let this work in your favor. You could let people think that whatever they want to think, as long as you get what you're getting out of it. You know, this could be that superpower that you have to be like that kind of chameleon, because you are going to be someone with Neptune in the first house. You are going to be able to put an illusion over yourself, all right? Whether you want it to be that way or not. And sometimes people can see you as quite lost, or, you know, those negative traits. Now, the positive of this is that you will, in your appearance, be someone who is very spiritual. You will be someone that is very ethereal looking. You will be someone that is quite beautiful. People will, again, they're going to put a fantasy on you. You're going to have an ethereal quality to you. The way you move, the way you carry your life, you're going to look very ethereal. You're going to look like you have, you know, that milky filter that you see in those dream videos, or like whenever in a TV show, there's like when they're recounting a memory, they put like that milky kind of foggy filter over the screen. You're gonna look like that in real life. People are gonna look like, they're gonna look at you like, are you real? Like, or are you a mermaid? Like, that is the look you're gonna have. That's the essence you're gonna have, all right? I've never seen someone with Neptune in the first house who didn't have that kind of lost, far away look to them. You know, that's how it's gonna really look for you, okay? So let me know if this resonates with you so far with this Neptune in the first house. Do you feel at times that you can't quite see or forecast where you want to go in this life, or what's around the corner, or what you should do to get to where you want to be? Do you feel at times that your willpower is very nebulous? Sometimes you don't know how to access your willpower. Sometimes you don't know what should be done today. You just are like, I don't know. I just know I want to sit around and do nothing sometimes. That is how you can feel at times, especially with your energy being tied up in the ethereal realms, is what this will be. Okay, now this is a deeper concept in life, all right? And so this isn't going to be so copy paste, because there are more factors to consider, all right? If you have Neptune in your first house, let me know what other planets in your first house are conjunct your Neptune, because that is going to color the way this is seen, or the way the path of your life is going to be navigated. For you, what this is going to show with this ascendant line, the ascendant line goes well far beyond just the look of things or how others perceive you and how you dress. It's going to go far beyond that. This is the path of your life as well, okay? And so in order for you to solve any problem in your life, you are going to have to take on a tone of spirituality within your life. I want you to pray. I want you to meditate. I want you to ask yourself, am I coming at this from a very imaginative? Am I using my imagination? Am I using my creativity? Am I being someone that is taking an air of faith within my approach to solving my problems? And if you are not, I'm going to encourage that you do, because it is when you do these things that I promise you, you will run your life in a more productive manner. All right, the ascendant line, the planets on the ascendant line, and the sign that is in your first house tells you the keys to solve the problems in your life. And it is going to show you the energy that the universe wants you to emit in order for you to run your life in a more productive manner. And so when you have Neptune in the first, Neptune conjunct the ascendant, or Neptune rules signs in the first house, you're going to find that you are meant to take on a tone of spirituality. You are meant to be someone that prays before you walk into a room, prays before you go on an interview, prays when you get up, you know, has a ritual around the home that is in devotion to an idol or into God or into a higher power. You are meant to take on an air of imagination. You are meant to be someone that considers spiritual counsel in everything that you do. And you will find that when you do, your life runs smoother, okay? Because life wants you to really exercise your magic. It wants you to exercise your tone of spirituality. The more you do that, the more you find that things go a little bit smoother in your life. So I really do hope that this helped you. I hope this was informational for you and gave you some keys to how to run your life in a more productive manner. and I will see you on the next video, all right? Bye.